Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You know what time it is. It's spooky time, bitch. And in true my form, okay, because I don't play about Halloween. A bitch don't play. I like spooky shit. I'm not playing about the spooky. I love the spooky. Today, I'm gonna be reacting to the 13 best jump scares in movie history. I did not watch this video yet, so I'm excited. I'm gonna let you know if I agree with if it was that scary to me or not, or if I feel like this should be on the list or not. I can make my own personal list too to let you guys know what scenes or what specific movies scared the shit out of me in general, like my top 10. So if you want that, leave a like, comment down below, and also comment down below and let me know how you feel about this list, because again, it's not my list, I'm reacting to it. Let's get started.
13. The Xenomorph Surprises Dallas. Alien.
Honestly, this movie has been on so many people's list for great horror films, and I still haven't watched it yet. So it's like, I need to watch this movie. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. I just never have been interested in like alien themed movies. Maybe I should give this movie a chance though, because this movie constantly appears on people's list.
Well, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Jaws. We've all had a secret.
This movie never really scared me. The scariest thing about this movie to me, honestly, was that these people are in water. We all know sharks are there and stuff, but I don't know. It's just something about big bodies of water that scares me. I'm more so just scared of the big body of water versus what's in the water. It kind of adds to my fear, but not too much. The ocean is so unpredictable. Today it can be sturdy, and tomorrow there can be a fucking volcano erupting under there and we wouldn't know. And yes, there are volcanoes in the water, people, and that shit can ripple off and make some other shit that forms a tsunami. Like, it's just too unpredictable for me. Controlled water, we're fine. Let's go to the pool, you know, let's do like cute little stuff like that. Let's take showers. But I'm not a beach person. But Jaws in itself did not scare me. There was no jump scare in this movie that ever really scared me, and I saw this when I was really young. I don't know. I've always just been more scared of the water than the actual like shark.
And if you say otherwise, you're a liar or just a weird marine biologist or something.
First of all, I'm not a liar and I'm not a marine biologist. I would never. That's so scary. Shout outs to y'all. If you're into marine and aquatic life, shout outs to you. That is a fucking G'd up job to do, bro. Like, that's gangster as fuck, but I can't do it. I don't have any aquatic fetishes. Like, no thank you.
11. The blood test. The Thing. Of course, there are a number of excellent moments that will have you peeling yourself off the ceiling in John Pump.
I don't think I've ever seen this movie, so I feel like we're just gonna skip over this one.
But non 10. The Tall Man. It follows. This is a fantastic example of a totally unconventional jump scare that doesn't need loud noises or cheap editing to scare the viewer. As Jay is freaking out about being pursued by the sexually transmitted supernatural entity known only as It, her friends try to calm her down, insistent that she's safe from a monster based on a boinking history that will tear her in half if it gets close enough. Thanks, friends, that's reassuring. After opening the bedroom door to another of their pals, who also insists nothing is wrong, It appears behind the friend, resembling an extremely tall man who...
Okay. So this movie, I did not like it. Honestly, I didn't like it because I don't know, I just wasn't scared. Don't get me wrong, that was a cute jump scare in the actual, it was actually like 2 good jump scares in this movie. When I watch horror films, I need to be like, my heart needs to be pounding out of my chest constantly. I know that sounds unfair to people who create films that are horror films, but because I'm so like into horror films and love them so much, I watch them to be scared. And then also because I'm an actor, I'll watch them and be so analytical sometimes that I take the fun away from the film. While a sexual transmitted disease that like haunts you is creative as fuck, it wasn't enough scary for me. It was like, this was a cute jump scare, and then it was like one other jump scare in this movie, and then that was it. Everything else was just like... Somebody left a comment on one of my last video like, cats are this gateways to hell or some shit. That was a funny ass comment, I'm not gonna lie. Shout outs to you. I feel like you are a person who probably watched Constantine. Like, they would like dip their feet in water and like look into cats' eyes and then transport to hell. So I don't know. Maybe my cat can take me to home. I'm gonna tell y'all this one story. Maybe it's on the list, and if it's not, then I'll just do an honorable mention on my own.
9. I Saw Her Face. The Ring. Gore Verbinski's surprisingly strong Japanese horror remake begins with the death of Katie, who's the niece of our protagonist, Rachel. Once we've heard about her nasty fate, Rachel's sister asked her to find out what really happened, as this wasn't any normal, inexplicable death of a teenager that causes insanity in all those that witnessed it. Ruth tells Rachel, I saw her face, after which there is the briefest 2-second cutaway to Ruth discovering Katie's corpse in the closet. Yes, it makes use of a loud tension chord, but the fact that the scene comes in the middle of a totally quiet dialogue scene makes it unquestionably effective. And
I agree with this. It's this TikTok trend where people are like recreating their text. Let's say you'll send like laughing emojis and then a peace sign emoji and then more laughing emojis. So basically it's similar to that as far as random oh shit, where the transition is just so random and you have like a person like ha 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 ha. That's kind of what this gave you, but scary. She's not wrong. Like this was that was smart to put in there. That was actually something that scared me. I'm not gonna front, like this movie was actually really creepy. I didn't even want to, like as a kid when I watched The Ring, I didn't even want to watch the film that they were all dying off of. Like when that scene where they would show the actual video, I would close my eyes because I was scared. I would think, oh no, that bitch is not calling me. There was this level of paranoia watching this film. And I put this in here to trick us into watching the actual video so that the bitch could really call us and be like, yo, y'all got 7 days, you thought that was just a film? Nah, what it is, it's a ploy. I'm coming. See you in 7 days, bitch. No. Let's talk about it. You know, we got to talk about Scary Movie with my girl Regina Hall was like,
Cindy, this bitch is messing up my floor. Cindy, help me.
I'm not listening.
Get up, you little ugly bitch.
8. The Painting. The Conjuring 2.
boy. I was hoping they had this one on their list. Okay, this 10 out of 10. I can't wait to see what they have as number 1. Me and my boyfriend went to see this in the movies, and I can tell you the entire fucking theater was in an uproar with this scene. Okay, this scene was so fucking genius. He wasn't even gonna include this too, which is funny. The fear, like everybody had, and like that shit was on your chest, heavy like an elephant, like you were scared. It's about the creepy factor of this. It's not because you know what's happening, like this bitch isn't the thing, you know somebody fixing to jump at you. But it's the creepy factor. Like how fucking dare you, the boldness and this fucking nun bitch to be like, I'm gonna do it in your face and I'm gonna stand here. And like it's so bold, and that's what makes it scary. Because like if a person or a demon or whatever is that bold, you don't even care. Like you don't care. You just gonna turn off my lights, close my like. I'm right here. I see you. You see me. I see you. Why you this bold? And that bitch was like, and like it's the whole audacity, the audaciousness of this motherfucking demon nun.
Conjuring movies are packed with plenty of well-placed jump scares. But there's an especially terrific one in The Conjuring 2. As paranormal investigator Lorraine Warren...
Like, bitch showed up to your daughter, though. Like, she showed up to your daughter, like, yeah, tell your mother come outside. Like some wicked stepmother.
follows a vision of the demon known Valak into her home office.
Yo, this was genius, bro.
There she finds her husband Ed's painting of Valak that he made, as that's not creepy at all, and a tape player starts blaring out music all by itself. Oh no. Valak then plays a series of tricks on an increasingly unsettled Lorraine before Shadow Valak walks across the walls of the office and appears to inhabit...
Just bold as hell!
Then she bursts out of the wall, running face first at Lorraine, growling, with the painting still in her hand. Though just about anyone that's seen a horror movie before knows that this scene would culminate in a huge scare, one managed to get an inventive jolt out of it. 7. The kitchen explodes.
Paranormal Activity 2.
The Paranormal Activity...
I don't remember. Let's see what happens. I don't remember.
Generally prided themselves on their minimalist thrills by allowing viewers to generate most of the terror in their own minds. But the second movie pulled off one terrific practical jump scare that came totally out of nowhere. As Christy becomes increasingly unsettled by the spooky events taking place in her home, she sits in her kitchen one afternoon and is surprised by every cabinet door in the vicinity exploding open with a huge force.
Oh yeah, that is some good stuff. Just like imagine that being your actual like day. Just minding your business, eating a Pop-Tart in your kitchen. I don't know what she was doing in the kitchen. And then everything just fucking opens. You wouldn't expect that, especially if you're at a point where you're just chilling. Like imagine, whatever you do, you smoke some weed, whatever you do that makes you chill. And then boom. What Shorty said is correct as far as the whole imagination situation. That's why the Paranormal Activity movies were scary, because it brings on this element of like, could that happen? And if it could happen to me? And if it could happen to me, could it happen the same way? Should I put some cameras up in my house? You know what I mean? You started to see more people put cameras in their houses just to like catch paranormal activity in their house. And you can go through YouTube and it's always the same type of setup, like cameras just recording rooms. I be thinking somebody peeing out their window and it's landing on my AC. I don't know. The motherfucking level of anxiety that causes just to like have everything open by itself. Whatever you were doing that was relaxing you, for something to have thrown you off that much after you've come from like zen to like a maximum fear, come on, you know your heart's gonna stop. Okay.
It is a totally unexpected jump. 6. Lawn work. Sinister. Shortly after moving into his new house with his family, crime writer Ellison Oswald discovers a series of Super 8 reels, each containing grisly and...
Okay, let's just talk about this movie in general first before we get to whatever scene they're about to talk about. I don't know, Sinister was alright, but it wasn't like... I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. And neither did the second one. I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say.
Disturbing murders of entire families. Oswald can't help
Sky
but
Hair
watch
always
the
in my
tapes,
videos.
the nosy bastard that he is, and he eventually views one called Lawn Work, a near-silent video in which the camera person is seen spying on a family before breaking into their home and grabbing the family's lawnmower. But hey, it's fine. He's just doing a spot of mowing in the garden in the dead of night, the helpful soul he is. In the next sequence, the lawnmower is seen harmlessly mowing around the lawn for a good while. That is, before a person is visible on the ground out of nowhere and a loud screeching sound is heard. Some might call a blaring noise a cheap...
Yeah, it was a cheap scare.
Jump scare coming up.
Okay, yeah, cheap jump scare. You kind of expected it, no? I don't know. When I watched it, I kind of expected that. If you didn't expect it, then yes, you would get scared. But I kind of expected it when I first saw it. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely... Because why the fuck would he record himself mowing the lawn unless he was going to use the lawnmower to hurt someone? I don't know. It just felt like, duh, the camera's pointed there. Duh, someone's going to get ran over by the shit. I kind of expected someone to be laying there to get their face, like, mowed off. So I don't know. It wasn't really scary to me, but it is technically a jump scare.
5. The demon appears. Insidious.
Let me tell you something about Insidious. Insidious, the jump scare that they're about to talk about, because I already know the jump scare they talk about, genius. No one expected it. They were having a fucking casual conversation. I love that they started the camera already in the shot. So like basically like say this is the shot, right? And this is how they started filming me from the beginning of the conversation. If I started here and I'm center focused, and then the next shot was me here, you're gonna be like, oh, something's about to happen right there. It just gives it away. If I start here and then the camera pins back to me and I'm talking and I'm still here, and then the third time, whatever, and then that shit pop, you're gonna get scared because you like, this to this makes a big difference. You're gonna be like, oh, well, something's about to happen on this side. That's why they moved him here. But if I was already here, you're not expecting shit to happen here. Because I'm already here. You might expect something to happen upstairs. But it happened right here in your goddamn face. You know what I mean? So I think that was like genius. Because they played with the camera and they didn't give it away with the camera angles.
Yeah, James Wan sure knows how to deliver intense, expectation-defying jump scares, alright. This classic from his 2011 hit Insidious occurs when Josh's mother Lorraine visits and tells him of a dream she had, where the demonic entity terrorizing the family claims that it wants his son, Dalton. As one focuses the shot on Lorraine, an unsettling clicking noise can be heard. And as she looks over at Josh, the demon, complete with red and black face paint in full Darth Maul cosplay, can briefly be seen grimacing behind an unaware Josh's head. One performs
See, they did not switch his position. He was already there. He was already shifted. Like, you didn't see him here. And then all of a sudden he's here like, hey, there's a demon behind me. Like, everyone. No, he was already here like, hey, somebody about to pop up, but you bitches don't know because I'm already here. Like, you know what I mean? It makes a difference. That's how you get the scare, baby.
a clever act of misdirection here. His constant lingering on Lorraine makes it seem like something might jump into the shot of her, but instead, the demon emerges during the cut to Josh. It's honestly horrible. 4. Head removal. The Exorcist 3. Though one of the less popular...
I've seen every Exorcist movie and they're all good. If you don't, whatever, sucks to be fucking you. The Exorcist was a classic. It's a classic. I don't even need to say was. It is a classic. It's sick. Like, they went there, okay? That movie went there.
The movies on this list. The divisive The Exorcist 3 is noteworthy for featuring the most bracingly heart-stopping jump scare in the history of not just the horror genre, but cinema as a whole. Ooh, there's a nice big claim for you. Still not number 1 though. The sequence involves a nurse going around her duties during the hospital's night shift, entering a room to check on a patient and then exiting it. The door quickly swings open and a white-robed figure pursues her with a pair of garden shears. Firstly, the scene is largely shot from a distance, creating an unconventional voyeuristic feel. Then there's the jump itself, which quickly zooms in and blares out a horrendous screech. And finally, the fantastic cut to a statue of Jesus with his head removed. It's pretty much a great jump scare. Unpredictable, shocking, vaguely humorous, and superbly directed. 3. Wanna play hide and clap? The Conjuring.
Hide and clap. How did I feel about this one? Yeah. It was scary. It was scary. And it's just kind of the true fashion of what he does to his movies. It's kind of like classic him, where she was here already, so you wasn't expecting that. You wasn't expecting no little motherfucking hands to come out of the dark behind her. Mad disrespectful. Like, that's a shot where you would expect something to fall on her in a cliche horror film. You know what I mean? In a cliche horror film, you would expect her to be like, and then, like, I don't know, the light blows out and or she gets pushed down the stairs. But instead, it was just as simple as but that's creepy as fuck, because her focus is completely toward what's going on downstairs, and she has the, like, she's up, she feels secure up here, so you feel secure up here, you know what I mean? You feel secure at the top of the stairs with her. Like, it's not obviously like a full-on security, because we still got to deal with whatever demented shit is down the stairs while trying to get out of here. But you don't expect it to be behind her, because all the focus is downstairs, and then that bitch is behind her. And it's like, again, the same thing where she's already in this position and you don't expect something to happen here because she's already here, and you would think that once something creepy was gonna happen, they'll pan up or whatever and something falls on her, some shit like that, where they give it away, but it's already and it's shot, so everything is aligned for you to get your ass scared. Loved it.
2. Jason emerges. Friday the 13th. Before Jason Voorhees himself became the icon of the Friday the 13th franchise, the original movie saw his mother Pamela slaughtering camp counselors until her rampage was finally stopped with a machete to the head at the very end of the film. As sole survivor Alice sleeps in a canoe on Camp Crystal Lake, the police arrive as Jason, still a young boy, emerges out of the lake and pulls Alice into its depths. Of course, Alice wakes up and it's ultimately just a nightmare sequence. But aside from nodding at the future trajectory of the franchise, it's some big dick energy in a final scare that catches viewers off guard when it seems like the movie is basically over. 1. Birthday Party.
Wow, I watched that and I was waiting for the jump scare. I don't think that was a jump scare that was scary for me, honestly. It's just the whole element of I can beat your ass potentially. Like, we gonna fight to the death. Either the Friday the 13th movies, Texas Chainsaw movies, stuff like that. They're scary, but they're not that scary to me just because, like, we gonna square the fuck up then. And I could kill you just like you could kill me. We gonna both bleed. It's that whole element of, you know, you don't be scared of anybody, you bleed like me. You know what I mean? But those are still scary because who the fuck wants to be stalked? Who wants to be stalked by 6'10" motherfuckers with machetes? Nobody. I don't know, the jump scares for that wasn't good to me. It wasn't no jump scares to me. It was just more so like, oh my god, my titties are out and I'm dying. Yeah. My titties are out and we're dying, so it's kind of life, right? Alright, whatever.
Signs. Say what you will about M. Night Shyamalan, but he pulled off unquestionably one of the most effective jump scares in cinema history. I still have nightmares to this day.
I didn't see this movie. Did I?
A news report featuring footage from a Brazilian birthday party, where one of the alien creatures is shown walking out from the bushes, terrifying the nearby children and the nearby me. That is it. That is all that happens. It sounds so simple, so easy to handle when it is just spoken out. But seeing that horrible green dickhead is one of the most singularly shocking and resonating horror moments of all time.
I don't think I saw this movie, but that was actually really like like I like that. I like that it was just a fucking situationship, an entanglement. Let me stop. I like that though. That shot is just an alien who just like casually strolls by, like, bitch, I'm here. The audacity is what I love. Like, it's the audaciousness of them all. Like, I love a good audacious fucking demon. Not in my real life though. Chill out. I like those situations where they just have something like, yo, peace. Like, cause that's scary. Again, it's just the whole fucking element of the bold. Like, you're bold. Like, you don't care. Oh, okay, so we don't have to fight. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Those situations are like creepy. It was like if it was a person says, bitch, I'm crazy. And you don't want to fight a crazy person. You don't know what they're capable of. And if you that bold and that crazy, stay there. Like, you know, if I don't see a little bit of fear in your motherfucking heart, okay, we just going not. We just, you know what? I'm gonna bit gracefully bow. You know what? Okay? I'm out. I like that, and I didn't see that, and I want to watch that movie because that was bold. And for my honorable mention, the movie Mirrors. If you haven't seen Mirrors, I'm gonna insert if I find the clip, it'll be here. If I can't find the clip, I'll put the cover art here. I don't want to give it away too much. It's a bomb-ass jump scare. I'm gonna tell y'all the story. So, my uncle used to take me and my aunt to the movies a lot to see scary movies, and this was one of the movies that we saw in the theater. And don't get me wrong, I did have mad nacho cheese that day, all right? Let me let y'all know I had mad nacho cheese that day, but so what? So, I'm watching the movie, minding my business. The scene is basically he's looking in one of the mirrors at the buildings that he's doing security for, and expected it to do it like something scary, obviously, because again, it's a typical shot where like expect something to happen type style. He's looking in the mirror, the movie's called Mirrors, obviously something's gonna happen. But it was just like the way, I don't know what it was about that scene, bro. The shit popped up and the bitch was on fire and like screaming and shit, and I don't know what it was about that scene, but that shit scared the shit out of me. Literally, when I say literally, I mean literally. Like, I had to run to the motherfucking bathroom, and I made my aunt come with me because I feel like she saw the movie already, and she was like, oh, this movie is mad good, I'm gonna see it again. I made her run with me to the bathroom because I got the shit scared out of me, literally, okay? Like, literally, we ran to the bathroom, and I was taking a shit in the movie theaters because because it scared me that bad. If you have not seen Mirrors, watch that movie. I highly recommend it. That was my honorable mention. I love that movie so much. Rest in peace to Cameron Boyce, because he was in that movie when he was a kid. That's kind of the first thing I've ever seen him in, and so like I kind of watched his career, you know what I mean? So it's very sad. Rest in peace, Cameron. But yes, that movie was the movie. I ain't gonna print out my shit. I'll watch that again. I'll watch that movie over and over again just because that's a bomb-ass memory that I have where I could have potentially shitted myself in the movie theater. Story time, right? No, just kidding. But yes, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good shit. Make sure you follow me on my social medias. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel about this list. Let me know if you feel like there was some jump scares that you loved that was not mentioned, or even my honorable mention, or that I should see. Let me know if there's some films in here that I told you I didn't watch that you definitely was like, girl, get your life together. You can't be a horror bitch and not have seen those movies, because then I'm gonna watch them. All right, bye.